Hi, I'm Nina Yosefian, and you know it's July because I'm making my peach a berry cobbler. And I make it every summer, maybe twice, because the peaches, the blueberries, the raspberries, they're at their peak. And also, I can bribe my children with just about anything I need them to do with the cobbler. So this recipe, very easy. I kind of do it in two parts, and I will tell you it is rather yummy because it did get me best of show in the Oklahoma State Fair under fruit cobbler. So it is very, very yummy. So I'm going to do the first part, and all I have, very simple ingredients. I chopped up 4 peaches, and it's pretty close to 4 cups. I measured it so you wouldn't buy 4 huge peaches, 4 tiny peaches. You should be pretty close to 4 cups in your peaches. And I only like yellow peaches. I don't know, I don't really like the flavor of the white peach, only the yellow peaches. I have 2 cups of blueberries. I have 1 cup of raspberries, and I will add this at the end because you don't really want this to cook. I add this when I'm done cooking my peaches and blueberries. But I have to start off with 1 cup of water, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So I will add this first. And of course the cornstarch is going to be my thickening agent. And I'm ready to add everything else. So I'm just going to let this cook. This will cook, I don't know, I think in 15 to 20 minutes it's done. I'll bring it to a boil. I'll simmer it, and I just want the blueberries to burst open. So 20 minutes when we come back, you'll see that the blueberries have opened, and it's this incredible purple. Why are they blueberries? Because they're really like purple when you bite into them. But anyway, when we're done in 20 minutes, I will have this beautiful purple mixture. I will then add lime. You can use lemon. I just had a bunch of limes for other purposes, but lime's going to work equally as well, if not better. And I will add 2 tablespoons of butter and my raspberries. Okay, I think I'll go take a nap or iron shirts or I don't know what. I'm going to do something. So it's been about 15 minutes. I don't think you need any more than 20 minutes, and you can see that it did turn this beautiful purple hue. The the blueberries exploded with their flavor and color. And at this point, I'll turn it off. I'll add my 2 generous tablespoons of butter, 1/2 a lime, and I'm loving the flavor and the smell of lime. I want every drop. I'm gonna squeeze it out more with the fork. And I'll just let that melt. Oh boy, smells good. And like I said, I add my raspberries at the end. I don't really want them to cook. And now the next step is I will pour it into this pan to bake. But it's hot, so I will let it sit again for really as long as I want. Because it's a little too hot to start putting the topping on. So at this point, I can do one of 2 things. I can let this come to room temperature, and put it in the refrigerator and do my topping tomorrow if I'm having company and I want my cobbler warm. But I don't think my family can wait until tomorrow. So I will wait for this to cool, because you can see it's way too hot to do anything. I will wait for this to cool and make my topping. Now this topping, it's a little more cakier than most cobblers. Some cobblers have a very biscuity topping, but this has more of a cakey topping, and it's delicious. And also, if I wanted to be ahead of the game for tomorrow, if I was having company, I could refrigerate it with the topping on, so tomorrow, when about an hour before I want to serve it, I could bake it and it would all be ready, and all I would have to do is just take it out of the oven, wait about 20 minutes, and serve it with some ice cream. So anyway, we'll come back in about another hour, 2 hours, and we'll put the topping together. Okay, we're on the last step of putting this peach berry cobbler together. As you can see, it's some 2 hours later. It's cool. It kind of set. It's ready to go. Okay, very easy topping recipe. 2 cups flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, half a cup of unsalted butter preferably. And in order to save a couple calories, 1 cup of 1%. And now we just beat this together. And like I said, this is more not a traditional cobbler topping, because it's not going to be that more biscuit type. But I've made this for 25 years. Everybody loves it, so I change it. I always wanted to try the other type of toppings, but this one is just so yummy. I just stick to the same old, same old. Okay, so now I'll just put it on top of here. You really do have to wait for this to set, because it's much easier to work with your cake batter now, cake type batter now. So I'm just going to scoop this in sections. And then I do spread it. So now you just kind of carefully, you just kind of have to spread your topping. And did I get flour on me? So you just want to spread it as evenly as possible, and I try, if possible, not to pick up the fruit part into my cake. Not a problem into my topping. It's not a problem if you do. See, was that 5 minutes? I don't even think it was 5 minutes. So now it just gets a sugar topping. Oh, a very generous sugar topping. If you have the more coarse sugar, go ahead and use that. That would be even better. And I think what kind of puts this whole cobbler together is a nutmeg topping. And of course, I have to use the whole nutmeg. If you don't have the whole nutmeg, use what you have in your spice rack as far as nutmeg goes. And I probably use twice as much as necessary, but I love it. I love the way it smells in my house. So I'm going to use more. So that is my peach berry cobbler with fresh peaches, blueberries, and raspberries. And my oven's ready. And I am going to have some very happy campers after dinner tonight. When I come back, the last part will be cutting into it and seeing how it looks and serving it with ice cream. So after some 40-45 minutes at 350 degrees, my cobbler was done. I made sure it was done. I tested the center to make sure it didn't come out liquidy. So my center came out dried. And I forgot to say that your cobbler will bubble. It will be very bubbly with all the fruit on the bottom. So after about 5 minutes, I put a tray underneath so I didn't have a bunch of burnt fruit compote on the bottom. So my kids have been patiently waiting. And this is what it's going to look like. Guys, are we having it a la mode?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So see, it's a cakey type topping. And I think you should take out a second mortgage on your house if you have to and buy the absolute best vanilla ice cream money can buy. Doesn't matter what the cost is. I, however, did not buy the best because I'm on a budget. So, remember I told you that I can just about bribe my kids with anything as long as I make them. Are you going to help me tomorrow with the sweeping?
Sure.
Are you going to help me tomorrow with the mopping?
Yes.
Are you going to help me tomorrow with cleaning the windows?
Do I get 2
Are you going to clean up your room tomorrow without being told?
Yes.
Are you going to have towels on the floor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? You're going to have towels on the floor?
No.
You get nothing. Are you going to give me good grades? I don't have to tell you when to do homework?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes to all those except towels on the floor?
Yes.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks, Mom.
See, I told you.
Cobbler.
It's a hit every time.